Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están todos? Bienvenidos a mi canal. Soy RoyPlay. Antes de comenzar, quiero comentar que estamos de nuevo con las transmisiones en vivo. Una disculpa si no he podido estar tan presente, pero no se preocupe, ya estamos aquí de vuelta. El día de hoy vamos a continuar con nuestra aventura de Genshin Impact. Hoy vamos a presentar el nuevo evento de la versión 2.4, que son los retornos del ritual de las lámparas de Liyue. Así que si no vieron los primeros vídeos anteriores, les invito a que lo vean en las redes sociales. Me pueden buscarme en YouTube como RoyPlay, también en Facebook con el mismo nombre, y en Twitch me pueden seguirme como RoyPlay 1991. Y ahora sí, dicho todo esto, comencemos.
I believe that this year calls for a celebration of particular magnificence, something that would be closer to the hearts of every citizen. We are currently in the process of placing fireworks at various locations all throughout Liyue. We shall choose a timely moment during the festival to set off all the fireworks in unison, allowing the sparkling lights and excitement to resonate with the hearts of the people.
Fireworks? But we've already seen fireworks in other places before. Is there something special about the fireworks in Liyue?
Fireworks were originally developed alongside many other inventions here in Liyue. When our ancestors first created fireworks, they were originally known as firecrackers. Their bright flashes and loud sounds were often used for warding off beasts or as warning signals to other people. In those days, it was difficult for people to contact one another while out farming the land, so they would carry firecrackers with them to give signals when necessary. But people's lifestyles began to change after Liyue Harbor was founded. They no longer had to travel out of town to tend the fields anymore, so the use of firecrackers for emergencies also began to dwindle. But through our local customs, the pioneering spirit of the firecrackers has been passed down to this very day. We made improvements to firecrackers and began setting them off during the Lantern Rite to commemorate the tenacious spirit of our ancestors.
Wow! Everything has so much history in Liyue!
As I'm sure you already know, everything on this land accumulates history and value as time passes. That is the nature of Liyue. I've left Kuching in charge of the fireworks show. If you're interested, why don't we pay her a visit together?
Whew. Paimon couldn't get a single word in just now. Well, more like Paimon didn't dare open her mouth while they were talking, but still. Did you notice it too? Lady Kuching is a lot more outspoken than she used to be. And she seems a whole lot busier too. Wonder why?
Ever since the Adepti left Liyue Harbor in the hands of mortals, we Qixing have taken up the responsibility of leading the people. We have taken charge of many vital tasks in various sectors, and we are responsible for planning and organizing all sorts of affairs. That said, being in charge of everything inevitably takes its toll. It's exhausting at times. Jiangzhou was responsible for planning the Lantern Rite in former years, but her father is getting quite old now, so she transferred to another department this year. In the end, the Lantern Rite planning was left to Kuching and myself. I am the head organizer, while Kuching is responsible for the highly anticipated fireworks show. Such an important event should be entrusted to the most qualified candidate. Kuching is disciplined, yet passionate about her work, so she's naturally the best fit for the job.
She's definitely disciplined. No.
Absolutely. She is strict with both herself and others, to the point that she can even become overly involved at times. She's worked several days without a break now. I'm concerned about the effects it may have in the long run. Finding balance is an essential concept in Liyue culture. I've tried talking to her, but you know how she is. She uses her wit to talk circles around anyone. Traveler, you are quite close to Kuching. Why don't you try talking to her? Maybe she'd listen. Thank you, Traveler. I am glad you were able to help. Kuching can be a tough nut to crack sometimes. I still have other business to attend to at the Jade Chamber. I'll leave Kuching in your capable hands.
Are you sure you can really persuade Kuching to take a break? Even Ningguang herself couldn't manage to convince her. Besides, before you can persuade someone, you have to at least understand how they feel at the moment. Kuching has been working non-stop without a break. Duh! Come on, everyone knows that. Think harder. How does she feel deep down inside? Or maybe we could ask a friend. You know, someone more knowledgeable about these things. Huh? Zhongli? Oh, there's no arguing that. Zhongli it is then. Paimon thinks he's still a consultant at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Let's go see if he's there.
I knew you'd understand what to do. Well done, Traveler. Go collect some source materials for your story. Of course, I can always provide you with my advice, if needed. Once we have formulated the plot, you can tell the story to the Yuheng. You are on amiable terms with the Yuheng, which makes you the natural candidate.
Oh, Paimon gets it! So we need to talk with people who know Kuching, right?
Pues justamente aquí estamos hablando con Zhongli y nos dan algunos tips para que podamos convencer a nuestra compañera que está muy ocupada haciendo los preparativos del ritual de la lámpara de Liyue. Y pues vamos a ver cómo ese se entera porque nos encomienda una gran misión. Así que vamos a prestar atención y a ver cómo podemos solucionar ese problema. Así que vamos para allá.
Kuching, are you here looking for us?
Yes, I was going to ask you to introduce me to the Adepti. I thought that it would be fitting to send them some festive gifts. On behalf of the Liyue Qixing.
But didn't you meet them when we were fighting to defend Liyue Harbor together? You could just as easily go and find them in Juyun Karst.
Yes, but we only met briefly on that single occasion. The Adepti may have already forgotten about me, and I'm concerned it would be imprudent to show up so suddenly. Which is why I thought it would be more appropriate to ask you to introduce me first. Unfortunately, Ganyu is on leave at the moment, so I'm unable to get in touch with her. I'm afraid I'll still require your assistance.
So you even have to run around delivering gifts in person? It sure doesn't seem easy to be a Qixing.
Thank you, Traveler. Let me go and prepare the gifts. I'm sorry to make you run errands with me during our big festival. I promise to make this quick, and I'll be sure to get you back in time to enjoy the fireworks show. Huh? Together? All right. I'll go to see the fireworks with you once I've finished my work. Speaking of which, Mr. Zhongli, the fireworks show will be particularly exciting this year. Please, don't miss it.
Ah, yes. Thank you for your kind reminder.
I should be going now. Traveler, please come find me at the Jade Chamber once you're ready.
And there she goes.
That's the Yuheng. Efficient and reliable as ever.
You're really reliable too, Zhongli.
Why, thank you, Paimon. Please, don't forget our earlier conversation. Once you've collected enough story material, we can meet here again and discuss things further.
Dr. Baiju, I've picked lots of them.
Splendid. Let me pack up and then we can be on our way.
Hey, you guys! What are you doing?
Dr. Baiju wanted herbs, so I came to collect herbs. Lots of them. And Dr. Baiju came too.
Traveler, Paimon. Oh, and Lady Kaching. It's a pleasure to see you all. We're here stocking up more herbs. Boo Boo Pharmacy always runs out of digestive herbs during the festival seasons. With Lantern right just around the corner, I thought we should get prepared. We came all this way to collect some herbs, and we've picked quite the assortment. We'll be on our way back to the pharmacy once the herbs are sorted. I certainly didn't expect to see the Yuheng all the way out here.
I have some business to attend to here.
Ah, I see. It's nearly time to celebrate Lantern Rite, and you're still running errands. Hardworking as always.
I appreciate the sentiment, Dr. Baiju. I'm just doing my job. Kaching and the Traveler are very busy. And we are busy too. Everyone, keep it up. Right. Thank you, Chi-Chi. We shouldn't tarry here any longer. Take care, you two. 3. Traveler, let's go find Virgildet.
Huh? Oh, Lady Kuching! Lady Kuching! I'm so glad to see you here.
Feng Yi? What's wrong? What are you doing here?
Lady Kuching, let me explain. I had rearranged the fireworks layout and expanded the range to Qingsa Village just like you requested. My people finished setting up the fireworks and we left someone in charge to launch them for the show. But the person we left in charge came back shortly after and reported that all the fireworks in Qingsa Village had been stolen. I immediately reported the situation to the Millelith and had another batch of fireworks made to be transported to Qingsa Village under escort. However, everyone's short-handed during Lantern Rite. The Millelith are already stretched thin and don't even have enough people to fill their regular patrols. They can't spare anyone to look after the fireworks for us. We don't have many materials left, so if the second batch of fireworks gets stolen as well, we're done for. So, I was thinking to go to Qingsa Village and have a look first. Which is when I bumped into you. Lady Kuching, what should we do?
According to the Ministry of Civil Affairs, the number of guards on patrol has to be doubled and rotated continuously during Lantern Rite. They must perform these extra measures in addition to their standard daily affairs. The only manpower they can muster during the festival would be the emergency response units. But those special units are intended only for backup. There are not many of them and they cannot perform prolonged guard duty. If we wish to make use of them, we'll need to resolve the problem quickly.
Maybe we can ask the Adepti for help. This would be a piece of cake for someone like Cloud Retainer or Xiao.
No, that would only make us look incompetent. I'll handle this, Peng Yi.
We can help too, Kuching.
Thanks, you two. Actually, I have an idea. Let me make some arrangements. Peng Yi, go back to Liyue Harbor and get the fireworks ready. Then meet me in Qingsa Village. Traveler, come with me. Let's ask around to see what happened.
How could I like that?
Hello, Granny Roshin. We'd like to know more about the recent fireworks theft.
Oh, Lady Kerching, I can hardly believe you came personally to investigate.
It's no trouble at all. Please, tell us what happened.
Well, when they brought the fireworks, the children in the village were very excited. They were all gathered round, watching the area for a long time. The workers piled up the fireworks and said they would go confirm the locations to set them off. That's when they left the village. Oh, now let me remember. Oh, yes, I recall that they left the fireworks in an open area just next to a house down the old road. But the very next day, all the fireworks were nowhere to be seen. The person in charge of the fireworks was so anxious that they went straight back to the city to find a solution. Oh, the villagers here are worried too. The fireworks missing can only mean that there are thieves about. There are elderly and kids in the village, you know. Although the Millilith are stationed here, no one dares to go out anymore.
I understand. Please help reassure the people in the village and tell them everything's going to be fine with the Millilith standing guard. Traveler, let's go
Una vez
investigate the place where the fireworks were
que
stolen.
ya habíamos terminado de completar algunas misiones con Genshin, pues lo vamos a dejarlo por aquí. Muchísimas gracias por haberme acompañado. No se olviden de suscribirse, darle un buen like, compartir este gran vídeo con todos sus compañeros. Dejar en la caja de los comentarios qué les pareció este grandísimo juego. Y nos veremos en la siguiente transmisión. Gracias y hasta pronto. Chao.